problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from
Hey, what's going down, sports fans? It is your boy Marley Bets coming at you live with another video from Brothas N Bets College Edition. And as always, I got the homie, the man with the plan from Vegas. If you're looking to Vegas to party, please hit up Flat Top. It's your boy Flat Top from Vegas. What's going down, Flat Top?
Nothing much, man. Just ready to get into these games. Just saw that they announced, playoffs, that situation. So that's the. I mean, you expected it, Georgia at the top, but
Right?
surprised with Cincinnati sliding down as far as they did.
You know what? I haven't even seen it yet, to be honest. Me and Coach did the early Maction plays, so I was focused on Maction. Then after that, I got coach. I coach Little League, so I went to practice. I haven't paid any attention to the college football rankings at all. I seen it, like pop up on my notifications, but as far I don't even know who's in. I know Georgia, obviously.
Georgia, Bama, Michigan State for their win, and then Oregon got the nod for number 4.
No shit.
Yeah,
Oregon.
Pac-12.
All right, showing some West Coast love. Okay, all right. A lot of season left to be played here, so
Exactly.
we'll see what happens. Well, we already recapped earlier, just briefly, because it wasn't a good week for me and you. But we'll real brief recap over the week. That's our overall records. We'll show that one afterwards. Let's get this one out the way real quick. That's the overall from last week. Coach went 7-4. I went 5-6. Flat Top went 4-6. Rough weekend for us. Probably the first weekend that two of us were under 500. But with that being said, we're accountable, so we're gonna show our bad days just as well as our good days. But this is where we are overall. Everyone's still well above 500. Coach is almost doubled up, close to it, little 8 games from doubling up his. I am, what is that, about 13 games over. Flat Top is 6 games over. So we're all still pretty good. We're all above 500 as a group. We're all above 500 individually. Won't complain about that. This is the plays that me and Coach had earlier. These are my plays from the video from me and Coach earlier. EMU +9, that's looking good. Eastern Michigan plus the over 53, that's already hit. And Ohio +7 looks great. Should have money lined that boy, because that's looking like they're going to take care of business there. But that has nothing to do with why we're here tonight. And with that being said, let's get ready to get underway. Let's start with, let me see here. What game are we gonna start with? Let's go. Let's start small. Let's start light. We got SMU, Southern Methodist University. They're going on the road to take on the Memphis Tigers. The line opened up at Memphis +6, and the total is at 71. A couple actual factuals on this game. SMU, they're 7-1 straight up in their last 8 games. 1-5-1 ATS in their last 7 games against Memphis. 1-6 straight up in their last 7 games against Memphis. 1-5 ATS in their last 6 games on the road against Memphis. 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games this season. 13-6 straight up in their last 19 games against an opponent from the American Athletic Conference. That's the AAC. Total's gone over in 4 of their last 6 games against an opponent from the West Division. It's also gone over in 4 of the last 6 games, generally speaking. Memphis, they're 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games. 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games. 2-5 ATS in their last 7 games this season. 2-8 ATS in their last 10 games against an opponent from the AAC. 16-0 straight up in their last 16 games played in November. But the total's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games against an opponent from the West Division. Under in 5 of their last 5 games at home. Under in 4 of the last 6 games against SMU. And under in 9 of Memphis' last 12 games. Flat Top, SMU on the road against Memphis -6. The total is at 71, sir. What do you have?
For this one, SMU is coming off that loss that I think both you and Coach predicted to your boys in Houston.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They have been undefeated, so I think they're going to look to try and get back on track. I know they're ranked, but they are no longer in contention for that playoff ranking system. They're one of those outside looking in type teams.
Right.
Even with that, I'm going to go with SMU first half. I think Memphis is coming off that loss where they were playing UCF. They only put up 7 points, which is well below their average of 32 a game. I think both these teams really like to air it out, but they're also both giving up like 400 yards on offense. I think this is going to be a really offensive game. Should be. My concern is that 70 is pretty high.
It's pretty high.
It's pretty high for two teams. They could easily get it, but I think I was saying the same thing about that UCF game. They decided to play defense that one and held them to 7, but I'm gonna stick with the safe play here. SMU money line first half. So it'll probably be about 4 points, but yeah.
I got you. Money line that boy. Okay, so I'm not right there with you, but for the most part, I'm right there with you. Let me see here. So, like you said, SMU is coming off that tough loss to Texas, right? This is definitely going to be a bounce back game for SMU. I expect them to come here kind of pissed off, take care of business versus being let down because, like you said, they're probably out of the conference title game now. Well, not out of the conference title game, but they're never going to be in the they were never going to be in the playoff. Maybe they were hoping for an outside chance at a bowl, at a holiday bowl, New Year's bowl, or something like that. Outside chance looking in. But now that's looking like that's probably going to be Houston in that division. But I still think they're still going to come out and play, no doubt in my mind. Because you never know, Houston could slip up. So I'm gonna. How did I have that up? That's not what I was trying to do. So I'm gonna ride with. I'm gonna take the -6 for the full game. I'm not scared of it. I don't believe in this Memphis team. I kind of want to go with you with the over, but 70 is just too many points. Even though these teams don't score at all. I mean, these teams don't play any defense. Excuse me. My bad, man. I'm working the. There we go. Not used to doing it on the laptop here. I'm trying to put the plays in as we go. It's really different to do it on my phone. But yeah, so I like SMU -6. I think they're going to go ahead and take care of business here. This will be a high scoring game. Both of these teams give up close to 30. Memphis is giving up 29. SMU is giving up 25, but they average 42 points a game, and Memphis averaged 32 points a game. I think your total will go over, but I can't put my money on it. 76 is a lot of points. God damn it, I'm scared of that. But I will take the -6. I think SMU take care of business on the road against Memphis.
Just to clarify, that is a lean on the over. I want the
first half money line.
Yeah,
right.
I think they have all the capabilities to do it, but it's a lot of points, and it's
a lot of points.
Yeah, that's foot on the gas the whole time, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot of points. I mean, you hope to get 40 by the first half anyway.
Exactly. So you're looking like this Eastern Michigan game where you can just not even really watch and know the over is good.
Yeah, that's what happened today. I haven't paid any attention till after practice, and I saw it was like 31-28 or some shit like that. I was like, oh, yeah, easy. I told Coach before we even started with Maction, like, it's overs. Like, Maction is just take the over if you're in the MAC game. For the most part, I'm not going to say. Obviously, we can't do that every goddamn week, but for the most part, take the over. So let's keep it moving right along here. On the next game, flat top, got an interesting one. Wake Forest, they're going on the road to take on North Carolina. That line opened up at North Carolina minus 2.5, slightly home favorites. The total is at 76.5. Very, very high total. Couple actual factual for Wake Forest. They're 4-2 ATS in their last 6 games. 8-0 straight up in their last 8 games. 4-2 ATS in their last 6 games against North Carolina. 5-0 straight up in their last 5 games this season. 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games against an opponent from the ACC, and 5-0 ATS in their last 5 games against an opponent from the Coastal Division. The total has gone over in 6 of their last 6 games when playing on the road in North Carolina, and over in 4 of their last 5 road games, period. North Carolina, they're 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games, 11-2 straight up in their last 13 games at home, 2-4 ATS in their last 6 games. 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games against an opponent from the Atlantic Division. The total's gone over in 8 of their last 12 games against an opponent from the ACC, over in 6 of the last 6 games when playing at home against Wake Forest, over in 4 of the last 5 games against Wake Forest, period, and over in 5 of their last 7 games. Wake Forest on the road in, was that Durham, North Carolina? They're not in Durham. I don't know. North Carolina Tar Heels. What you got?
Chapel Hill. Durham
Chapel
is,
Hill. There we go.
Yeah. This one, I'm looking at it. I thought I was still, I thought there was a mistake. I love, even though it's in Chapel Hill, I love Wake Forest. I think this is a very powerful, their offense is clicking. Defense leaves a lot to be desired, but
Yes.
I am taking Wake Forest money line and not even analyzing a lot of this stuff. I did watch a significant amount of that UNC, this UNC game last week, and I mean, Howell looked like they predicted he was going to look, but throughout the season, playing hyped up. But I just think this Wake Forest team they're trying to put themselves in a very good position for, they're at number 9, undefeated. This is the year. Clemson's not the top dog. Wake Forest has got a legitimate shot to be that ACC team this year. Surprise everyone. I love this Wake Forest team. I'm taking them on the money line full game.
Hey, I'm right there with you. I like this Wake Forest team, especially offensively. They're averaging 43 points a game, and close to 500 yards total offense, 300 yards through the air. What more can I say about Mr. Sam Hartman? Almost thrown for 2,500 yards, 22 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. The man's QBR is 88.2. That's 3rd in the country. This offense can't be stopped, and North Carolina defense is, what did you say about Wake Forest? Less than desirable. North Carolina is less than that. They're giving up 30 points a game. Wake Forest defense isn't the best, like you said. They're giving up 23, but that's at least a touchdown less. I think we'll get a good old-fashioned shootout in the ACC, but I think Wake Forest comes out on top here. I don't like them on the road, honestly, in this kind of game. Because those shootouts can tend to go either way. But I gotta think that they're playing for the respect of the ACC right now. It is a down year for the ACC. Wake Forest is all they got. They gotta hope as a conference that Wake Forest can run the tables and get them some type of bowl game for the conference at the end of the year. I'm not sold on what is it? Harold? Is that his name? Graham Harold? Not Graham Harold.
Howell.
Howell. There we go.
Yep. Sam.
Howell.
Also a Sam.
He just had a up and down season. And I know they had a lot of turnover. They lost a lot of receivers and running backs on weapons. So a lot of that probably is chemistry issues. I mean, like I said, they can score. It's North Carolina. They're scoring with anybody. But that defense, man, it is really bad. I watched them against, I think it was Virginia going back and forth, and it was just lanes you can drive a semi truck through. And I think Hartman's going to pick them apart. I like Wake Forest as well on the money line. I'm not going to take the 2 points. I'm with you. I'll take the dog here. So yeah, let's keep on trucking, my friend. Let's see here. What game do we want to go with next? Here. Nah, just give me 1 second. I'm scrolling. All right. My boys, my guys. I've been riding with these guys since the damn season started, and they really haven't let me down yet. Michigan State, they're going on the road to take on Purdue. The line is at Purdue +3, their home dogs. The total is at 54. It's going to be a tough one, in my opinion. Michigan State, here's some actual factuals. They're 5-1 ATS in their last 6 games. 8-0 straight up in their last 8 games. But 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games against Purdue. 8-0 straight up in their last 8 games against Purdue. 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games on the road. 5-0 straight up in their last 5 games this season. 5-0 straight up in their last 5 games against an opponent from the Big Ten. 2-8 ATS in their last 10 games played in the month of November. The total has gone over in 4 of their last 6 games when playing on the road against Purdue, but under in 4 of the last 6 games. Purdue, they're 4-9. Steady going on. 4-9 ATS in their last 13 games. 1-6 ATS in their last 7 games. 2-8 ATS in their last 10 games against an opponent from the Big Ten. 0-5 straight up in their last 5 games played in November. The total has gone over in 4 of Purdue's last 6 games when playing at home against Michigan State, but under in 4 of the last 5 games this season, and under in 7 of their last 8 games. Michigan State on the road, flat top, going on to take on Purdue. What do you got?
For this one, I got 2
My bad.
particular plays. It's actually gonna be a double play game for me. I like this Michigan State team. I think, like you're saying, they've made me a decent amount of money as well. They came in completely, I thought, underrated, for a team that typically is pretty decent, competing at least in the Big Ten. I like them to win against Purdue, but I think, like you said, this is going to be a tight one. Purdue right now is only giving up like 17 points a game. They're playing very stingy, especially at home. But I think this Michigan State team, they're pretty battle tested. I know they still have Ohio State. I just hope they're not looking to that game, that they're taking it 1 week at a time. And for that reason, I'm going to take Michigan State at the money line, full game. But I'm also going to hit this under at 54. I think this is going to be a very stout, defensive game. But Michigan State, just what they have on the perimeter, their skill positions, I just like them to get the win.
Okay, Michigan State under and Michigan State money line.
Yes, sir.
State money line. Okay. Flat top. All right, so I'm halfway with you because I'm staying my ass away from the total. I let Michigan State fuck me on that last week. Didn't feel good, so I'm gonna stay away
I
from
feel
it.
that. Experts, if you watched ESPN, they were
Gonna
like,
stay away
that
from
was
it.
the lock. The lock was supposed to be 2 at the top. Yeah.
College unders. It's college unders. You don't do it. They're never a lock. They're never a lock.
Dude,
But
talking about unders, that Clemson game cost me a
under.
band, dude.
Yep.
That
And I almost fell for that because I took the Clemson under the week before, I think, and it hit. And I almost fell for it again.
they
But I
lost
said,
on the touchdown.
I know. I saw the touchdown that they
dude.
lost on. Unbelievable. Fucking believable. I'd be pissed. I think that actually covered the spread as well.
It did. They were 9.5-point favorites. I was like, oh, locked in. I took Florida State plus the 9.5 and the under. And I'm like, there's 13 seconds left. They're going to try and bomb it down. Even if they pick it off, they're going to have it. And then they did some,
Yeah. So, but I love this Michigan State team, man. Like you said earlier, they're battle tested. I'm not worried about them. They've been in tough games with Nebraska, been in tough games at Indiana. Just came from a tough game at Michigan. I don't think they're gonna overlook Purdue to get to Ohio State just because they've been in so many tough games. Had a tough game with Miami on the road in Miami. So I don't think they're gonna overlook Purdue, on top of the fact that you got a guy in Walker that you can hand the ball to. He'll take the pressure off Thorne, who's only a sophomore, but has been playing great. But it's not totally dependent upon him. He can hand it to the junior, not quite a senior, but he can hand it to the upperclassman. He's almost rushed for 1,200 yards. He's averaging 6.8 fucking yards a carry with 14 touchdowns. Just give him the ball and take care of business. Now, Purdue's defense isn't bad. They're only giving up 17 points per game. But one thing I don't like, and this has nothing to do with the statistics, Purdue's on that whole win, lose, win, lose, win, lose cycle that I don't like betting on teams, and their last game was a win. So I'm assuming that a loss is coming up next on top of that. But they're at home. Michigan State's coming in. The crowd's going to be pumped. I think it'll be a tight game because Michigan State plays tight games. I'm going to take the money line. I'm with you. But the total, man, flat top, you're going to be sweating, bro. It's going to be close again. I don't know if it goes over or under, but yes, KB, Maction is back, baby. I love Maction, dog. Maction can either hurt your soul or it can get you right for the weekend. I hope y'all checked out the videos from earlier because I went 3-0 on my Maction plays today. So hope boys follow me on that. If you don't, man, you got to hit that notification bell. Y'all check it out, man. This is Brothas N Bets. Go on and subscribe, hit that like, comment, all that good stuff. But yeah, back to the game. So I'm with you. Michigan State money line. I'll ride with that, but I'm gonna chill on the total flat top, man. That's kind of right around, to me, that's right around where I think it's probably gonna land, up or down. I don't know. Purdue can score.
What do you think score-wise? Like, if you're saying it's going to be around there, so it's tight, do you think that this Michigan State team puts up 28 and Purdue gets 24? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Something like that.
Yeah.
28, 24, 24, 27, maybe field goal game. I'm thinking really tight. I don't know, but I'm thinking really tight. We'll see. Hey, we will see. Hey, I want you to hit it, my brother. As long as Michigan State wins, as long as you hit it, I'm cool with that. I definitely rather you hit it than not. So, yeah, good luck. I'm just gonna chill on the total this week. Think I took my medicine pretty good last week in Michigan State. That game was supposed to definitely go under, and we couldn't get it. So I'll chill on that one this week. But hey, let's go Sparty. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go Sparty.
Let's go Sparty. All right, man. This is Brothas N Bets. I appreciate the like, comment, and subscribe. Let's keep it moving. The next game we got on the docket is Oklahoma State. They're going on the road to take on West Virginia +3. The total is at 49. Couple actual factuals here. Oklahoma State, they're 6-0 ATS in their last 6 games. 9-1 straight up in their last 10 games. 6-0 ATS in their last 6 games against West Virginia. 6-0 straight up in their last 6 games against West Virginia. 5-0 ATS in their last 5 games this season. 6-0 ATS in their last 6 games against an opponent from the Big 12. And the total is going under in 5 of Oklahoma State's last 6 games played in November. Under in 7 of their last 7 games on the road. And under in 4 of Oklahoma State's last 6 games. West Virginia, 5-2 ATS in their last 7 games. 8-1 straight up in their last 9 games at home. 6-3 ATS in their last 9 games against an opponent from the Big 12 Conference. 5-2 ATS in their last 7 games played on a Saturday. 6-14 straight up in their last 20 games when playing as an underdog. It's a pretty good damn stat for an underdog. Total's gone under in 5 of West Virginia's last 7 games played in Week 10. Under in 6 of the last 6 games played in November. Under in 6 of the last 8 games played against Oklahoma State. And under in 4 of their last 6 games. Oklahoma State on the road at West Virginia. Very, very tough place to play. Great home field at West Virginia. +3 home dogs. Totals at 49. What you got, Flat Top?
I will start off by saying I like this Oklahoma State team. They've also been a team that's won me a decent amount of money this year. They've been getting a ton of underdog bids. People, despite the fact that they have, Sanders, and I think losing Hubbard last year, people are just kind of overlooking them. They play pretty stout D. But like you just said, it's very hard to go into West Virginia. It's a tough crowd coming in. I like them here as the dogs with the +3. I think Oklahoma State might be able to beat them. For some reason, though, I think this West Virginia team is looking at this game as like an opportunity to show, like, even though they're not in that top 25, this is a prove kind of how good they are. Protect your home field. I really like them at home. They're a tough team. I think that they're gonna. They've got a chance to win this, but I think they're gonna play this team really hard, play up, and get it done. So.
Okay, West Virginia plus the 3. I see. And for the most part, I agree with you. And for those that don't know, West Virginia is a very, very tough place to get a win up there. That crowd is just rocking. They play, for some strange reason, lights out defense at home. It just doesn't seem to travel as well on the road, but they're a tough out. I love this Oklahoma State team. They have quietly been making me a lot of money over the last couple weeks. We're just covering. They didn't win last week. They just covered. But other than that, they've been the underdog kings. Now they're favorites going into West Virginia. Their season is still, the Big 12 championship is still up for grabs, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
They're still riding high. They're not going to get into the playoff, obviously. But the winner of the Big 12 championship will still get a New Year's, what they call it, New Year's 6.
Yep, 100% between them and Oklahoma.
Right.
Yeah.
So they still got everything to play for. Their fate is still in their own hands. I think they go in here and get the win. I'm going to take the money line because I'm not I fear West Virginia, not the team. I fear playing in West Virginia. That's the thing. I don't necessarily fear the team, but West Virginia at home is for whatever odd reason is they just play well at home, and this isn't a bad team. They're averaging close to 30 points a game. They're giving up 22, but as good as Sanders has been at Oklahoma State, and even TJ Warren, the running back, who I think is a stud, by the way. Their defense, they're only giving up 18 points a game. Their defense has been balling. They had a slip up against Iowa State, but in Iowa State, that's a tough place to play. And Iowa State was supposed to be a ranked team coming into the season. And before that game, they beat 3 straight ranked teams at Kansas State, Baylor, and Texas. They had a rough go about. But I like the bounce back in, Kentucky 55-3, just what the doctor ordered after a loss. Get back on track. Think they go and take care of business. I'm riding with the Cowboys here on the money line. I like Oklahoma State. Let's keep it moving. We're almost done, man. We're making pretty good goddamn time. I feel like I skipped some games, but I didn't. So I didn't add those last 3 games I sent you that coach sent me.
Okay.
Because he sent them to me about late, and then he turned
Yeah,
around
I
and said,
know. I saw that, and I was like, I could scramble and get it, but I
yeah,
felt pretty good
so
about the other, 7 or
nah.
6 that we had.
I don't know why he didn't send them to me when I sent the list originally. But yeah, so he's going to cover those in Coach's Corner. Y'all be tuned. Get ready to check out Coach's Corner tomorrow. Coach is going to go over the plays that we had today with a couple of his other plays in. Y'all be sure to check that out. Next game we got, man, bringing it back home, back to that good old SEC. Auburn Tigers. They're going on the road to take on the Texas A&M Aggies. The line is at -4.5. The total is at 49. Couple actual factuals for Auburn. They're 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games. 4-2 straight up in the last 6 games against A&M. 6-2 straight up in their last 8 games this season. 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games against an opponent from the West Division, and 10-4 straight up in their last 14 games played in the month of November. Total is going under in 9 of Auburn's 11 games against an opponent from the SEC, under in 8 of Auburn's last 9 games on the road, and under in 4 of Auburn's last 6 games. A&M, they're 8-3 ATS in their last 11, 14-2 straight up in their last 16, 10-1 straight up in their last 11 at home, 6-2 straight up in their last 8 games this season, 5-2 ATS in their last 7 games against an opponent from the Southeastern Conference, SEC big boy football. Total is going under in 5 of A&M's last 5 games this November, but over in 4 of A&M's last 6 games against an opponent from the West Division, and over in 6 of A&M's last 9 games against Auburn. Flat top. What's going down, Coach? I see you finally made it in. Who you got, Flat Top?
Hold on. This nigga Marley sound cool than a bitch right now. I was listening while I was in the shower. I'm like, Marley sound cool than a motherfucker. Like, it's the Love Hour on Sunday night on Magic 102 Jams. In the shower, I just kept yelling something like, that nigga Marley think he sound cool than a bitch right now. Look, Flat Top, he all laid back. Look at him. He just
I'm having a good day. Parlays hitting. Hey, parlays hitting. Maction hitting that +7. I went back and looked at the video. I did take that +7.
I know.
At Ohio.
You.
Oh, okay. I've been working, dog. I've been working.
This boy here cool than a motherfucker. I apologize to everybody who listened, tuning in for the first time to get the under, but that we raw and uncut. But goddamn, nigga.
Hey, I'm gonna take that as a compliment, man.
Yeah, I like it. Go ahead, Flat.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
Okay, so as far as this one,
I know what to say.
Damn, that nigga.
So yeah.
This nigga's so cool. He forgot the ticketer.
Oh man, you're right. I just been working, dog.
Cool.
Yeah,
too cool for school right now, though.
Come on, Flat Top, man. What you got, dog?
Hey, man, real quick, that over from action, that bitch went. Eastern Michigan damn near went over by themselves.
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
Jesus.
All right, go ahead, Flat Top. My bad, baby.
No, you good, man. It's good to have you in here.
Yes, sir.
So for this one, I am taking Texas A&M at home. I'm actually going to take them for the points. I think Spiller's going to have, Auburn's been pretty good on D. They just, ended up beating Ole Miss, which I was interested to see that matchup. Coral had been playing, really good. You got Lane Kiffin offense against this stout SEC Auburn defense. And for the most part, they did a really good job of containing them. I think that Bo Nix actually ended up having a better day than
I hate Bo
Matt Corral,
Nix.
which is crazy. But Bo Nix is also the reason why I am taking Texas A&M minus this 4.5. He's had a good 2-game stretch. I think they beat Arkansas and they beat Ole Miss. I think he's due for one of his classic Bo Nix games where he tries to do a little too much. And I think that Texas A&M is going to keep it pretty simple. They're going to get it to their, workhorse Spiller. He's going to do what he's got to do, probably cross the century mark. They're going to take care of business at home. I like them minus the 4.5. Auburn has played pretty good recently, but I think Bo Nix is going to be the reason A&M covers this one. A&M's been playing good defense too. So that's why I think if it comes down to the two, I'm just rocking with Texas A&M.
Got you. Hey, Coach, you go get the plays? You go put the plays in?
You need me to do it?
It's different working
lowercase.
Man, I'm trying to do everything. It's different. It's different. This is my first time working it on the computer.
That boy got lowercase. Black Child, what you got? What's the play? You like Auburn money line?
No, he said
A&M
minus 4.5.
the points.
Marley too cool for me right
thing.
now. This nigga already changing, my G. He changing already. All right, I got you.
Stop it. Stop it, dog.
God damn. Hey, it's my play. Hey, I like Auburn money line.
I gotta talk to you when we done.
Hey, this boy here.
Who you got, dog?
Hey, man, give me Auburn with the points. Not with the points, excuse me. Money line. The defense is playing good ball right now. Bo Nix is playing pretty good. He's settling in this offense. I think he found his coordinator, somebody that he likes. A&M, we got to remind ourselves, don't let the 3-game win streak fool you. In the words of Mr. Marley Cool, I'm gonna start calling him when he real cool. Man. Everybody's going to play certain teams like it's a Super Bowl. Anytime anybody plays Alabama, besides Miami, it's their Super Bowl. Anytime somebody plays Georgia now, they're going to try to make it their Super Bowl. The Chiefs, same thing. They're going to treat it as if they're the Super Bowl. So please don't be fooled by A&M's 3-game win streak. They beat Bama, caught them. There was a lot of pregame antics going on, and I think they won the shenanigans. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Then they back though hang numbers up on who? Vanderbilt or Missouri? Then South Carolina. So
South Carolina.
Please don't think that A&M is trending up, because they're not trending up. They still got a trash quarterback. They do have athletes, but this defense for Auburn, I mean, come on. The two of the top offenses in the country and the top 2 offenses in the SEC, they managed to shut them down. They shut down Arkansas. They shut down pretty much Ole Miss. They held them to a lower game score than Alabama did. So, with that being said, I think this defense is not getting enough credit. I think Bo Nix, big game Bo, he plays.
Big game Bo.
Big game Bo. When they're in a hostile environment, very hostile. Now, we can't think about some of these the elite teams. But when it's a quote-unquote hostile environment against teams that they believe that they are that teams are better than them, and put it this way, Bo Nix found his OC. He found somebody he likes. Defense is playing good. They're spreading the ball out. They're running the ball well. I like Auburn money line. That's exposed this quarterback for who he really is. And plus, here's another thing. A lot of people don't know this, but there's some internal shit going on right now with Texas A&M now that this LSU job is opening up. There's a lot of rumors about Jimbo Fisher making this jump. So when stuff like that starts to enter the locker room, enter the program, even the coaching staff, are the kids going to still play for you is the question. So put me down, Auburn money line, and I'm going to leave it at that. Go ahead, Marley.
All right.
Let me lowercase this real quick.
All right. So this is my take on the game. I'm not a believer in Texas A&M offense. I agree with Coach as far as since Bama, they haven't played, and even before Bama offensively, they ain't really do shit. And since Bama, they put up, 35 on Mizzou and 44 on South Carolina. I don't celebrate that. I do believe that defense is legit, though, at 16 points a game. Both these defenses are giving up less than 20 points a game. I want to take the under here. I'm going to take the under here. I'm scared of college unders, but I believe in Auburn's defense, and I do believe in A&M's defense, but I do not believe in either offense here. Bo Nix is capable. I will say that. I'm not his biggest fan. I feel like he turns the ball over at the most inopportune times. Although this season, I'll give him credit. Bo Nix has been playing pretty goddamn good. Even if you look at the numbers, this is just not the eye test. Bo Nix has only thrown 2 interceptions, 9 touchdowns, 1,700 yards. His QBR is 72.6, which is 26th in the country. Shit, I'm not mad at that. This season, maybe he is big game Bo. And to Coach's point, throughout his career, although he does tend to turn the ball over in opportune times, he hasn't played bad. He's just always that one fucking turnover at the end of a crucial game. But he's always had that defense behind him to keep him in game. So I'm going to take the 4.5. I'm also going to make an official play on the under here. I think both defenses show up. But I don't like Texas A&M's quarterback. And I think his inexperience in playing in big games, where Bo Nix is very experienced being on both sides. He won't be afraid of a hostile crowd. He's been there. He's done that. So I like Auburn. I think both have athletes, but I think Auburn has the better athletes right now, especially defensively. Auburn's known for having big boys up on the D-line. So I'm going to go with Auburn plus the 4.5. I'm actually not sure if they actually can come out with the win outright, but I do think they cover in a low-scoring game. I like the 4.5, and I like the under. Under 49. Well, all right.
You like the under?
Yeah, I know college unders, but both of these defenses are giving up less than 20 points a game. So I'm thinking,
what is the under at? My bad. I'm trying to share the page.
It's at 49 right now. 49, just shy of 50. So I'm thinking I can get me a good 24, 21, 24, 17. Maybe even if we get a typical SEC game, shit, yeah, 17, 14, 17, 21, 24, 14. Somewhere around there, under 50. I'm not saying it can go over. It's college football, but both of these defenses, it's SEC, big time defense. Both, like I say, both defenses are giving up. I think A&M is giving up 16 and one's giving up 19, or Auburn's giving up 19, A&M 16, the reverse. One of the two, but they're both giving up less than 20 points a game. So I think I'm good with that. I'm around with that. We'll probably get some turnovers with both these teams. I'm just not sold on either offense here, honestly. But I do agree with you. Bo Nix has played a hell of a football this season. Some great, good football this season, especially correcting the turnovers. Maybe they did find the offensive coordinator that, that knows how he plays and suits his capabilities. So with that being said, man, we only got one game left on the docket so far. We done broke down. I want that many games in totality. Plus, I wanted to take a little bit off. Goddamn. Bugs flying off. So, flat top, we're going to your side of the town, your side of the country, man, taking it to the West Coast. Boise State, they're going on the road to take on Fresno. The line is at -5. The total is at 58.5. Let's get down to some of these actual facts for Boise State.
Hey, Marley, real quick, you say you like Auburn with the points and the
Yes,
under?
sir. Yes, sir. Auburn plus the 4.5,
Okay.
and I'll take my shot with the under 49.
All right, cool.
All right, jumping to these actual facts for Boise State. They're 13-7 straight up in their last 20 games. 1-5 ATS in their last 6 games against Fresno State. 15-4 straight up in their last 19 games against Fresno State. 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games when playing on the road against Fresno State. 16-3 straight up in their last 19 games against an opponent from the Mountain West Conference. 11-1 straight up in their last 12 games late in the month of November. The total is going under in 5 of Boise State's last 6 games. Under in 5 of Boise State's last 6 games on the road. Under in 4 of Boise State's last 5 games this season. Fresno State, they're 6-3 ATS in their last 9 games. 6-1 straight up in their last 7 games. 5-0 straight up in their last 5 games at home. But 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games when playing at home against Boise. 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games this season. 6-2 ATS in their last 8 games played on a Saturday. In the total, it's gone under in 14 of the last 18 games played in November, but over in 5 of the last 7 games against an opponent from the Mountain West. Over in 5 of their last 7 games, but under in 5 of the last 5 games against Boise State. Flat top, we in your world. What you got for me? Boise State on the road against Fresno State -5.
Can I hear Marley Cool's take on this one, and then I will go after.
Yeah.
I want a little bit of insight on this one.
Why are you encouraging that?
Yeah.
Don't encourage that.
yeah, nigga.
We don't need no new nicknames around here. I got more than enough. We good. We good. All right. Let me get to my notes here. I'm trying to find it again. Here we go. All right. So
while you do that, I'll jump and give you my play real quick on this.
Go ahead.
I like Fresno State. I think the games that they dropped, the quarterback, he wasn't healthy. They lost in Hawaii with that travel. And if you're in pain, a lot of people know this, that if you're in pain and you have muscle aches and stuff like that, and shit is, your body's swollen, like, depending on what it was, it's his lower back is swollen, and you have aches, being in high elevation doesn't help out, especially when you're on a plane, cooped up for multiple hours traveling. So, I'm not trying to use it as an excuse, but I mean, shit, they were banged up and they've been playing some tough games before they got to that Hawaii. I forgot who they fell to also, because they got 2.
Oregon.
They dropped 2 games, right?
Oregon.
It was Oregon by 7.
Oregon,
right.
Yep.
And
Oregon by
then,
touchdown.
And then Hawaii won a letdown game. Because I believe the week before that, they beat UCLA. And that's when the quarterback, he had got hurt. So, damn. And Boise's been, man, they've just been hit and miss and really inconsistent, but they're going on the road against Fresno State, who still have a lot of weapons at the receiver position. I mean, these guys can go. I like Fresno State with the 5. Didn't know it went up to the 5, but I'm gonna take that 5.
Yeah,
that's my official play.
All right. Guess that makes it on me. So for the most part, I'm right there with Coach. Look, this Fresno State team, their 2 losses, like Coach said, at the end of the day, it was to a top 5 team right now in Oregon, or if you just want to say a top 10 team in Oregon, a step up in class in division football.
No, let's get it right. Number 3 in the country,
Right. I don't know if they're really number 3, but they're ranked number 3. That's why I said what I said.
According to the people that it matters, they number
You're right.
3.
You're right.
Give them,
You're right. Hey,
let's
they
give it
lost
to
to
'em.
the number 3 team in the country, and I agree with Coach. It was a letdown in Hawaii with travel. Hawaii's a tough place to play. They're not scared of Fresno. They got a little thing going against each other, but they turned around last week and beat a damn good team in San Diego State with a damn good defense and put up 30 on that defense in San Diego State. I think this Boise team is they're good. I'm not a big believer in Bachmeier. He's not bad, but I don't know if he's going to be able to go on the road and play against this Fresno State team. I like Fresno State minus the 5. Excuse me. I like Hayner. I think that's the quarterback for Fresno State. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I mean, I know that's the quarterback for Fresno State. But he's almost thrown for 3,000 yards, 23 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. QBR is at 67.7. The senior trying to go out with a bang. I think they take care of business here at the crib against Boise State. The stadium will be rocking just because it's Boise State. And like I said, they just came back off that big win against San Diego. I don't think they're feeling themselves. You got the senior that's going to calm everything down. I'm riding with Fresno State here to cap the night off. I'm going to take the minus 5.
Same. I was just curious what the thoughts were. I really like this Fresno State team. They're winning at home. They're playing, they played up against the number 3 team. They beat a UCLA team when they were riding the hype. Like, they're not really scared of anybody, and they kind of know like who they are and like what their identity is. And Hayner, they go as Hayner goes. He's playing really well when he's healthy. The defense is helping them out. They're only giving up about 20 points a game. I think Boise State is going to try and play them really tough, but I really believe that Fresno State is just a better team. Boise is kind of that 1 week they're good, and it happened to be against BYU, which ended up losing me money. But then the next week they look pretty pedestrian. So it's like, which Boise State's going to show up? I think Fresno State is by far the more consistent team. And when they're playing against decent teams, which I think Boise is, they bring their A game. So I also like them at the minus 5.
Cool. Well, people, that is all the show we got for today. We can open mic it if anybody got anything.
Yeah, I got some. God damn it. Goddamn Astros.
Oh,
Shit.
man. I'm glad I missed it.
7-0 at home. And I'm watching it right now. They're about to get a double play, and I'm about to sit here and watch Atlanta Braves celebrate.
In the fucking H, dog. That shit sucked.
Ohio won outright.
Marley
hit that dead on the nail. I didn't want to make an official play, but I did say with Rourke being a 7-year quarterback, I would not be surprised if I would not be surprised if they win outright. And that's welcome to the action. And Eastern Michigan shit, they did the total themselves. 52. It's 52-42 right now. 5 minutes left in the game. They hit the over by themselves, damn near by themselves.
So I'm 2-0 in the MAC starting out. What you trying to say?
Really 3-0. You 3-0.
Oh yeah, I took the over. EMU plus 9 and Ohio plus the 7. You're right. I'm 3-0.
So you 3-0 to start off with. I'm 1-0 to start off with. So there.
Come on, man. Welcome to the match.
Hey, did you cover did y'all cover that Florida State game, or y'all left it off?
Nope. Talk about it real quick though.
Well, I just deleted it because I thought y'all covered it. But that's on me. That's on me. But I mean, how do y'all feel about that?
It was Florida State and Clemson, right?
No,
No.
it was last week.
NC State -3 at Florida State.
Oh, I didn't put that on there.
I mean,
that should have been on there. I got NC State.
It was on there. Okay, you like NC State? Who you
I
like?
like
Flat?
NC State.
Yeah, I think I like NC State in that matchup. Florida State hasn't. Yeah,
I like the over too.
They've been playing good as late, but they just haven't gotten any victories. So I would not be surprised if they win, especially
They
if it's
pop NC
homecoming or
State.
whatever. But
Homecoming.
I said if it's homecoming, but
Say
I'll
when.
cover. I'll give my official picks for some of these other games. The games that I missed, I'll cover Wake Forest. In my opinion, on Wake Forest, North Carolina, Oklahoma State, West Virginia, and Michigan State and Purdue. I was able to get on here on time to kind of at least go through two. So tune in for people. Coach's Corner Friday afternoon. I will post that. But just a quick recap. Flat Top, he likes SMU first half money line. Wake Forest money line, Michigan State money line, and the under. Is that correct?
that is correct.
West Virginia +3, Texas A&M -4.5, and Fresno State -5. Marley, he likes SMU -6, Michigan State money line, Oklahoma State money line, and the under 49. Auburn +4.5 and the under 49. Or did both of them have 49, or am I tripping?
Nah, both of them was at 49.
Okay. Oh yeah. And he likes Fresno State -5. And I'm just gonna sit here and look at the Braves dance on our goddamn mound. As for myself, for the games that I was able to come in and cover, I like Auburn money line and Fresno State -5. So that is our night, peoples. And Flat Top and Marley did a great job because I was listening to it while I was working out with my son. So good job, fellas.
Appreciate that.
Any last thing I want to say before you get out of here? I know y'all tired. It's about an hour. Y'all been on.
Flat Top. Go ahead, Flat Top.
Yeah. So Marley mentioned it a little bit in the beginning. If you find yourself out in Vegas or you got people out there for this holiday season, hit up your boy on IG at _TOP VIP. I'll make sure you get into the hottest clubs, get you in there, get you partying right, some other excursions out there. Yeah.
If you a group of females and y'all all are 9s and 10s, you probably can get a table, but the whole group has to be
You hear him?
9s and 10s.
You hear him? You see how he leaned into the mic for that? See what I'm saying?
Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, Marley's right.
Hey, I do got one more last thing, and let's just take a moment of silence for this. R.I.P. to LJ from Houston, the podcaster. Till we meet again, my brother. Till we meet again.
You're so...
Till we meet again.
He'll be back. He just got some things to take care of. My guy will be back. R.I.P.
I talked to him today, but R.I.P. LJ the podcast from Houston, the podcast.
We ain't even been in the
hey
chat.
Man, let's get on out of here. let's get out of here, man.
Speaking of, hold on, before we do get out of here, yeah, check out the NFL show tomorrow with me and Mikey Hova. Special guest Drip.
Drip gonna be there?
Drip say he gonna be there. And we ain't got no practice tomorrow, so Drip gonna make his debut.
I shouldn't question if Drip gonna be there. Is Hova gonna be there?
Now shit. That's shit, nigga. I don't know if Hova gonna be there. I hope Hova gonna be there.
So if Hova ain't gonna be there, hit me, let me know. And
I got you. I'm expecting Hova to be there. I haven't heard otherwise. Hova should be there. I'm Hova gonna be there. Me, Hova, and Drew. Hova gonna be. As long as the Pac ain't playing in the background, we good.
Oh, yeah. Well, man, let's go ahead and get on out here. Let y'all boys go. Y'all did an excellent job for the last hour. More, if you want to hit us with our deal, we can get on to the get on.
For sure, man. And tonight we did beat Vegas. If y'all roll with me. So on Saturday, y'all take these plays and we gonna do the same thing. And what we gonna do is let's beat Vegas. And we out this motherfucker.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry.